Hello everyone, it's Keira and welcome back to Keira Megan F1. For today's video, we are going to be talking all about DP World. Now, as most of us know, DP World are the new title sponsor for the Renault Formula 1 team. This was announced at their car launch at the start of the year, and also we've seen the car running on track in pre-season testing. Obviously, we haven't seen the cars since then due to this current situation. However, we're all aware that DP World are their title sponsor now, and I have seen so many people online saying, who are DP World? What are they? Like, nobody knows who they are. They're not a well-known sponsor like BWT or anybody like that. So everybody is a little bit confused as to who they are, what they do, and things like that. So that's why I thought I would do a video today on DP World explaining who they are, what they do, where they come from, just so everybody gets a little bit more of an understanding on who Renault's title sponsor are. So today I will be talking you through DP World. I've gathered some information on them, done some research on them, and I actually find what they do really interesting, so I hope you do too. But yeah, let's just jump into the video. So we'll start off with the main one of what is DP World? What does it stand for? What does it mean? So DP World means Dubai Ports International, and they are a logistics company based in Dubai. They actually started off development in 1972, so they've been around for about 50 years now, and they have ran under some other names before, one including NASDAQ. I'm not sure exactly what that one stands for, but they have ran under a couple of other names. Now, they've been really growing in the past 50 years, and they actually reached out further than Dubai and started to trade in Saudi Arabia, in Romania, the new century, in the 2000s. They actually went global. So within quite a short space of time, actually, they built up this company from nothing, and within under 30 years they were eventually global, which I think is really good for a logistics company. So obviously we know that they are a logistics company, so I'm now going to read from their website what other things they do, just so you know exactly everything that they do. So they say our operations include ports and terminals, but also industrial parks, logistics and economic zones, maritime services and marinas. In fact, our business has changed so much from the early days of operating ports and terminals. We can now be an integral part of your supply chain, tailoring innovative, what can't I say that word? Tailoring innovative solutions that tackle your challenges and manage your costs. And I have actually seen that a lot when researching them. They have definitely gone into more of the supply chain side of things recently. So they are definitely a company that are growing. I find sometimes there's companies that sponsor Formula 1 teams and get into like sponsoring motorsport because they're struggling, they're really struggling, but actually to see that DP World are on the up, and in the past 50 years they are growing and growing is really good. And obviously it's a really good sign for Renault. There've been a lot of doubt around their future in Formula 1, whether they can get the money for this, so to see that they've actually got this really big new title sponsor is really good for both Renault and DP World. Now, obviously I wanted to find out how, you know, much the company is worth, whether it is a big company or not, and I actually found out that their total equity is 12 billion pounds. Okay, so they're obviously not messing around, they're doing well for themselves. Now that we know exactly what they are, let's talk a little bit more about what other sports they sponsor, because you might be sitting here thinking, why Formula 1, why Renault, why did they, you know, get involved in the motorsport side of things? Have they done any other sports? And I was sitting there thinking that too. So I've actually found out a couple of other series and different sports that they have sponsored and still currently do sponsor. So if you do watch any of these things, you might think, oh yeah, I remember them. Or if you do go and watch it, you'll recognise DP World more. So DP World actually title sponsor the Dubai World Championship in golf. And the Dubai Championship has actually since been changed to the DP World Tour Championship. So obviously they have a massive stake in that championship. That is something that they have pretty much completely taken over. And actually for people who maybe aren't into golf but know a little bit about golfers, and maybe people who are from the UK know Rory McIlroy, and he actually won the championship in 2012 and 2015. So it is quite a big championship for people that maybe don't know golf. Like, I'm not into golf, but obviously you can see that it is a championship that high professional golfers are competing in. DP World also support the Hong Kong Open. Now, linking more in with motorsport, DP World actually do support and sponsor the BMW PGA Championship, which is at Wentworth Club. So obviously Renault and DP World have signed for the 2020 season to have this partnership, and you know, why Renault? That's a lot of people's questions. Why have they chosen Renault? Why have Renault chosen them? What is it? What's in it for both of them? So I have got a little bit of information from both Renault and DP World as to why this partnership has happened. Now, I will quote read this because obviously I don't want to say anything wrong that maybe they haven't said, but DP World about their Renault sponsorship have said, One of our strategic objectives have been to develop innovative logistics solutions for the automotive sector. This partnership is a first step in the exploration of ways to make the global automotive supply chain more efficient by lowering costs, increasing speed and transparency, and mitigating the environmental impact. In addition to the unquestionable value of the marketing platform, Formula One is the most technologically intensive sport in the world, incorporating the advanced usage of data to create ever-increasing efficiency on track. So too, DP World leverages technology, exploits data and embraces innovation to enable more efficient logistics and smarter trade for its customers, creating a better future for all. Now, to me, this looks like DP World are trying to make the trading industry a cleaner environment. And obviously, talking more about the environmental side of things, they can obviously help Renault and actually Formula One in trying to make the sport go carbon neutral by 2030. That's why I think this partnership is actually so good, because from reading it, DP World are really interested in making sure that everything is as clean as possible. I know that a lot of logistics companies, they don't care, and it's really hard to see sometimes what they do to the world and all the different things that happen. So to see that DP World are actually really hot on making sure that everything is carbon neutral and everything is as environmental friendly as possible, I think is really good for Formula One and for themselves. Now, if we move on to the Renault livery and their uniform, we can see where the sponsorship signs and prints are actually on the car. So looking at the car, it is in the front wing. It says DP World on both sides at the top of the front wing. Also on the rear wing as well, it says Renault, and it actually says DP World underneath, but you can't really see it very well unless you're from the top. So I don't think it's really in that great a place, to be honest with you. I would have expected to see their sponsorship on the side of the car as well. Obviously, they have got a massive part in the car. To have your sponsorship in 3 places is really big, but actually looking on the side, obviously they've still got their Castrol, they've got their RCI, Infinity, Mafia, but I would have expected them to probably have been on the side of the car. Obviously, looking at like the Ferrari and looking at the Mission Renault, is that how you say it? Mission Renault? Mission Renault? I don't know. I would have expected to probably have seen it a little bit more visible and more clear, considering that obviously a lot of money is going into this. But looking at the racing suits, here is Daniel with his helmet in Australia, and you can see that DP World have got a massive part on there. You know, they're a lot bigger than the Infinity or the RCI, so they have got a big place in the racing kit and also in the jumpers and the uniform that the team will wear. They have got their DP World sponsorship above the Infinity sign. I think that Infinity sponsorship used to be just at the top. I think DP World have been added there. I don't think DP World have actually got a logo. I'm pretty sure they are just DP World, because obviously you would have expected to have seen it. So I think they are literally just DP World, which I think is quite cool. It stands out quite a bit. Their logo, in terms of like the font, is really thick and it actually stands out a lot. Like if I just look at Esteban's jumper there, I can see the DP World before I can see the Infinity or the Renault or the Castrol or anything like that. So they have done a good job in that respect. So the final stage of this is reading out DP World's awards and achievements. They've actually done quite a lot in the past couple of years, definitely. So I'm going to read out some of the awards that they have won over the past 4 years. So at the Global Freight Awards in 2016, they won the Service Innovation Award. In 2017, at the FTA Multi-Model Award, they won the Port Operator of the Year. In the Honda Supplier Awards, it's a little bit awkward considering this is Renault, not Honda. They won the Supplier Service. In 2018 at the Global Freight Award again, they won the Port Operator of the Year. And more recently in 2019 at the FTA Multi-Model Awards, they won the Port Operator of the Year again. So they've won the Port Operator a lot of times. I think they've won it like every year since 2017. So they are on the up and they're definitely getting recognised for what they are doing. I'll just read out another couple of interesting facts from DP World. They have 56,000 employees from 134 countries and are committed to delivering unrivaled value for customers and partners. They work with 127 other businesses and again are really into the environmental side of things, and I think that's really good. And I think that's probably the biggest thing I've taken from this, is actually seeing how much they really want to help with the environmental side of Formula One. Obviously, as we know, looking at Formula E and looking at all the new electric series, I think there's a NASCAR one coming out as well. Things are definitely turning carbon neutral neutral very, very quickly. So Formula One do need to follow suit as quickly as possible. So to have DP on board with Renault, I think is really going to help, and it's also going to secure Renault's place hopefully within Formula One for the foreseeable future. There was very much doubts that they would even be on the grid this year. Obviously this is now proven that they are happy to stay for the long run. So there we have it. That is the end of my video for DP World. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you learned a little bit more about who DP World are. Obviously I covered things very much on just the basic level. I just gave you some facts. If you are interested in reading into them, I will try and remember to leave some links in the description box for you to go and check them out, and also just to read the press releases from Renault and DP World with regards to their new sponsorship. I'm really excited for this actually. It's really nice to see that somebody's coming into Formula One to make a label for carbon neutral and for environmental friendly sustainability for the future of Formula One. I'm somebody who's really big on being environmentally friendly, and I want to make sure that Formula One follows suit, and I think that this is a really, really good step forward for this, and a really, really good step forward for Renault to know that they're hopefully going to be in the Formula One World Championship for a really long time, because I would absolutely hate to see Renault leave. I really like Renault. I love their drivers. I love their team. I think they've got a really good team morale. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds for DP World and also Renault. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you again soon for a brand new video.